Hey guys, it's Anvesh Shrath here from Wire Mobilio, and today I want to talk about something very important and something that I don't believe many marketers are talking about out there. Okay, well, today's topic here is the difference between a sustainable business model and something that ensures that your business is receiving constant cash flow. Okay, now there's so many methods out there that you can use in order to make money online. Okay, so how would you know which method is actually good for you and your business, right? First of all, you need to make sure that you understand why you are doing whatever you're doing, right? I mean, are you into online marketing just because you want to make some extra cash, right? Or you want to leave, probably you might want to leave your job, your day job, right? You just might want to be your own boss. You might want to just spend more time with your family. You are going for that kind of lifestyle, or you just want to make a lot of money, right? Or you can, or maybe you're trying to build a business that you can pass down as a legacy, right? So when we talk about like sustainable business model, what I basically mean by sustainable business model is something that is scalable, something that won't get saturated in a foreseeable future, right? And something that you can pass down to your kids as a legacy if you want to. Okay, now that can be an e-com business. It can be something. It can be really any type of business that basically consists of certain elements like scalability. All right, and it should be outsourceable so that you actually don't have to work in your business, but rather work on your business, right? You can actually go wherever you want to go, take vacations because someone else is either doing your work, or your business is self-sustainable and it's generating money all by itself. And probably you've already set some Facebook ads and just driving traffic, and you already have an automated system in place, right? So that whenever you are basically driving traffic, you're making money. And to drive traffic, you don't really have to keep working. You can do a lot of things like set Facebook ads, because after recognizing one of the winning campaigns, what you can do is you can basically set a Facebook ad campaign for a month or 2 months or even 6 months if you're so sure about that. So that's what a sustainable business model is all about, right? And of course, we know that you need to drive traffic and all that stuff. And that's the reason why I always talk a lot about traffic. Okay, targeted traffic that buys, and traffic that's either like paid or free. Doesn't really matter, because like I told you guys earlier, if you are not paying for traffic, then you're paying you're paying by time. I mean, nothing is like really free. Okay, then of course there are some software that helps you automate free traffic and all that cool stuff. So this is what a sustainable business model is all about. But to actually make sure you reach to that level where you can proudly say that you actually have a sustainable business model, you need to ensure that your business has an influx of cash coming in all the time. Cash flow is extremely important. Okay, now it doesn't really matter what you're doing to get that cash, right? I mean, unless and until it's not illegal or unethical, of course. But you should make sure that sales, all right, sales should never be ignored, because I've seen a lot of people who are like working on something big. They're working on a big project, and they know that before they see any money, it'll be like 1 or 2 years before they see any money at all. Okay, and when they see the money, that it might just take 1 or 2 more years to even break even. So you don't really want to basically bring in a financer or anything of that sort, because if you focus on certain methods which are available online to make money, and I'm not talking about like huge amount of money, I'm talking about like 50 to $100 a day, because that's gonna be huge. Trust me. Let's say I keep telling you about running like Facebook ads, right? Because it's one of the best ways to drive traffic. Facebook has the kind of demographics that no one else has. Facebook knows everything, like what you like, what you don't like, what kind of music you like, what kind of movies you like, where have you been, whether you travel by train or airplane or even business class or economy, every single thing, your age, your sex, and your interests, every single thing, right? So just think about it. I mean, and which kind of pages you're liking, what kind of groups are you in, right? So all that stuff. So Facebook has a lot of information about you and other users. So when you're using Facebook ads, you're basically ensuring that you are reaching the exact type of audience that you wish to go to in order to sell whatever you want to sell. Okay, now to run Facebook ads, you really have to start with like what, $25 a day. And if you get a winning campaign, then of course you scale up, right? Now I've seen a lot of people who think in terms of like how much it's gonna cost over a period of 1 month or 2 months, and then they just stop running Facebook ads after a week or so because they are so impatient that they start thinking in terms of, I've already lost like 140 or 200 bucks and it's not like giving me any return. So let me just stop that. Now, it's pretty natural, to be very honest. It's very easy to say that have patience, but I understand that it is not really that easy. So to beat that, there is a way. If you have a way to make $50 to $100 every single day with 30 minutes of work, or let's say 1 hour of work, right? Then you won't feel that way because you're generating some extra cash, right? $50 to $100. And for some, it just might be the type of income which is enough for leaving their day job. Because trust me, it was for me. Because I started working back in 2007, right? And in India, my salary was like $300 a month, not week, right? It was like $300 in a month. So trust me, $50 to $100 a day, that was like amazing, and that was like one of my ultimate goals, right? And I know for a lot of people, even in United States or Australia or Canada, where the socioeconomic state is like way better than India, $50 to $100 a day is still a huge amount, right? Because it can help you pay your mortgage or your car payment, or I don't know, leave your day job maybe, or do whatever you want to do really, right? So $50 to $100 is actually a good thing, making that kind of money, because you need cash flow in your business, no matter what you're working on, right? No matter like what your end goal is. Doesn't matter like where you see yourself in 2 years or a year or 5 years or whatever, really. But and there's nothing wrong and nothing to be ashamed of, like trying to make $50 to $100 a day. That doesn't really matter like what you're doing. Now, back in 2007, it was really, really very difficult for me to generate that kind of money by doing like online stuff. Now, I could have done like odd jobs, of course, like many people do, but that would have taken a lot of time, right? And in India, you don't really make $100 a day or $50 a day by doing odd jobs. It's like $10 max in a day. That's what you can earn, okay? Because like I said, I was working as a technical support executive, and I was getting like $10 a day there. Doing odd jobs, that's like $5 a day or something like that. So it was crazy. It was not just worth it. And back then, there was no concept of doing micro jobs, right? Micro jobs as in like offering some services on sites like Fiverr, or even like going to Freelancer and other places. Now, the thing about Freelancer and other outsourcing sites is that you actually have to have some sort of a skill, right? And you need to like sell that. And of course, you need to put a lot of time in there, right? And about Fiverr, there is a small problem even now that for $5, which is actually $4, because after Fiverr takes its cut, you basically get $4, right? And if it is taking you like 1 hour to like complete a gig, well, then it is not worth it, because then you have to work for like 10 hours to make $40. Doesn't make any sense, right? So I never ever recommend doing that. But if there is a way to just work for like 30 minutes to 1 hour a day and make $50 to $100 using Fiverr or any of the micro job sites or any other method, then trust me, that is what you should do, because cash flow is, I cannot like stress enough on the fact that regular cash flow in your business is extremely, extremely important. Okay, now my buddy David, Art Flare and Billy, they are releasing something tomorrow, okay? That is on 18th. And it's about making $50 to $100 a day, all right? And of course, you don't have to work 4 or 5 hours a day to make that kind of money. You just have to work for 30 minutes to 1 hour that you can probably do in your lunch break if you're already working on a job. If you're not working on a job, if you have like more time in your hands, then you can even double that. If you want to work for like 2 hours, you can probably make like $150 in a day, right? And you can start making money immediately, which is like really something that a lot of people say, but that never happens. But here I know that Art actually has a mastermind group where he keeps helping and keeps updating new ways of making $50 to $100 in a day, because he understands how important it is, like for any business, to generate continuous and consistent cash flow. And I'm actually giving away 2 copies of that course that is going to release tomorrow for free. Okay, yes, absolutely free. Now you might have noticed that about 2 weeks ago I actually did this little lottery kind of thing where my daughter, my 3-year-old daughter, she actually picked a chit, and Hector, one of my subscribers, he actually won a free copy of a software. And that's exactly what's going to happen tomorrow. Before it goes live, I'm going to be on Facebook Live. So if you have not followed me on Facebook, make sure you do that. There is a link here. And there are 3 steps you need to follow in order to be qualified. You have to like, and you have to comment, and then you have to share this page, okay? And you need to comment, and the comment should be about how $50 to $100 a day, right? How $50 to $100 a day can change your life. Can change, can do something really good for you, can do something really big for you. Now, of course, if you are already running a 6-figure business, or even better than that, like maybe 7-figure business or whatever, then this is not for you, because you don't want to hustle for like $50 to $100. If you're like making like 6 or 7 figures, then 1 hour is way more worth. I mean, come on, like $50 to $100 doesn't really justify that, right? But if you are not already making like $1,000 a day, or like even $500 a day, then this is worth checking out, okay? And the bonuses I'm putting together, they are even more amazing, because with those bonuses, like I just said, 30 minutes to 1 hour of work can generate $50 to $100 a day. But with my bonuses, you'll be able to like generate double that amount in the same amount of time. You just have to plug in it's really plug and play basically, okay? You just need to plug in what my bonus is basically, and it will automatically generate money for you with you having to monitor it for only 5 or 10 minutes in a day, all right? So that's pretty much it. Now, I cannot really tell a lot about the product, because that would probably give away the method, and it won't be really a nice thing for the vendors, because they have figured this method out and they are actually selling, but they're not really selling it for like high price. It's gonna be extremely cheap. It's gonna be under $10. And like I just said, you can even get it for free if your name comes out tomorrow, right? And for that, you need to follow the steps given below, right? So that is pretty much it. Go ahead, like, comment, and share, and make sure that you tell me how $50 to $100 can change your life, okay? And tomorrow, just before it goes live, I'm gonna go on Facebook Live, and I'm actually gonna have my daughter pick the chit, 2 chits actually, and the names come up, right? And I will get in touch with you, and I will get you the access for this product that is gonna go live tomorrow, okay? That is pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video. I know it was like rather a little long, but I really wanted to tell you the importance of generating $50 to $100 a day, because your goal might be like $10,000 or $20,000, $30,000, or maybe even $100,000 in a month. It doesn't really matter. And you might be working on a huge project, right? But consistent cash flow is very important, and you should not ignore that, okay? That is pretty much it. I'm Vishrat, signing off now. Watch for my email tomorrow as well. I'm gonna show you all my bonuses and all that stuff, and make sure you grab when it launches in first 2 hours, because there will be an early bird for first 2 hours, okay? And everything, all the details will be there right here on this page and in my email tomorrow as well. So signing off now. Take care and take right decisions as always.